this studio in Tokyo, a training session is underway. It might look like a dance class, but this is really just the warm-up. Before the group literally steps into character. These are trainees hoping to bring these plush and pudgy costumes to life. I had a complex over my height, this man says, but it's a good thing when you're a mascot. This is just a taste of Japan's mascot mania. There are thousands of Eurokara, as they're called. There's even an annual Grand Prix. Sure, sports teams have mascots, but so do companies and even communities. It's a way of branding, an attempt to stay memorable, which Canadian Christina Bucci says can be hard, considering the country is awash in mascots.
So you've been in Japan for 11 years now. Why do you think this country is so enthralled with mascots and characters?
Everybody works really long hours, lots of overtime, and there's very little free time. So I think people try and take what they can to kind of encourage them throughout the day. We use the word iyashi kind of in Japanese, and it's kind of like a comforting thing. So it's just to bring a little bit of comfort to your everyday life.
No matter where you are, the airport has its own quarantine mascot. A prison has one too. This little guy actually represents an annual fireworks display, but his unfortunate resemblance to the coronavirus has made him more popular as of late. And then there are the Olympic mascots, Mirai Toa and Samayati. While people line up in the scorching sun to pose for a picture, not everyone is a big fan.
They're not being received greatly. I mean, there's really I don't feel a lot of love or hate for them.
Jillian Suter knows all about Japan's mascots. She did research for her PhD on them.
Japan also is a country with a lot of animism. So non-animated things can have some sort of embodiment. And when you have physical embodiments in these mascots, you have more of a representation of these places that people can connect to.
They're also a big business, bringing in billions a year. This company produces around 10 a month. Can't even show you exactly what they're working on because the design process is so secretive. We can see their own character, because of course a mascot factory would have its own mascot.
So this is what your company specializes in?
Yes, this is air costume.
And it's quite a process. It begins with being hooked up before being able to step in.
It inflates with air and it helps to keep people cooler, which is a good thing considering the temperature these days is in the high 30s.
But just because you can get the costume on doesn't make you mascot material.
Are they going to walk into something?
We'll leave that to the actors back at the mascot school. In Japan, mascots are like celebrities you can spontaneously hug, says Choko Ohira, the teacher of this school. But it's not enough just to look cuddly. You have to learn the moves. And always remember the first rule of mascot school: never step out of character. Briar Stewart, CBC News, Tokyo.